me get my posture together.
All right. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are, bro.
I'm Savage, aka Super Sav, Out the Cage / Trill Entertainment. Out the Cage is my label that I started. You know what I'm saying? Trill cut me a little check when I first signed with them. And what I did was I bought a whole bunch of studio equipment. I went and got me an LLC and started my own label. Got a tax ID and all that kind of shit. And I really make money doing this shit. So, you know, Out the Cage Entertainment / Trill Entertainment, that's me. I produce, I rap, I write your song. Whatever you need me to do. You need me to coach you in the booth, however you want it, it's gonna get done right. You know what I'm saying? Because I take pride in my shit, just like everybody else supposed to take pride in it. So, you know, that's how I'm coming.
How did you get started?
My mama used to read these books to me, and I ain't trying to make it a long ass story, but the fucking Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham and all that shit, and I memorized how to read that shit right there. So I was reading before I went to school. So I was writing whole songs by the time I made 6. You know what I'm saying? And I used to listen to nothing but NWA back then. You know what I'm saying? My mama was one of them cool parents. She wasn't, you know, on that restriction type shit. You can't listen to this, can't listen to that. I was listening to Cube and Dre and Ren and Eazy-E and all them niggas way back in the G. You know what I'm saying? So I've been rapping since 6 years old, writing songs. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got started.
All right, who are some of the people who influenced your style coming up as far as the production and, you know?
With the production, that's an easy question. I'm gonna say first off, Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big UGK fan. T-Mix, who did all the 8-Ball and MJG shit. I used to listen to everything they dropped. You know what I'm saying? It was all soulful and funky. And plus, you know, growing up with my people, you know what I'm saying? We listened to a lot of Maze and Earth, Wind, and Fire and all that kind of shit. So all that incorporated into my music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, talk a little bit about some of the past projects that you worked on.
Let me see. I worked on most recently I did a track with Boosie. With Webby and Pimp C and Fox, Fly as an Eagle. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty big for me. I worked on a lot of projects. All the recent mixtapes that Boosie been dropping, I had at least 7, 8 tracks on there a piece. Did some stuff with Alpha Mega that signed Grand Hustle. CeeLo, who a local Baton Rouge legend, you know what I'm saying? He pretty much jumped our scene off around here. I did about 6 or 7 cuts on his last album. Pretty much featured on every song on that mug, and you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of stuff. Man, I can go on and on, you know. But you know, I'm just pretty much been laying down a lot of groundwork.
All right, when did you know that you had talent to make beats? When was the moment that you said, yeah, I can do this, and to take it to the next level?
On my mama's side, everybody sang. You know, my daddy's side, everybody play an instrument. But I can't read a lick of music. I can't tell you what none of this shit is. I don't know what that is. But I can walk up to the piano right now and play some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I started doing shit like that at about 12, and from there, you know what I'm saying, it was just natural. You know, I'm trying to learn how to do that shit now because I know it'll help my craft. But at the same time, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And, you know, ever since then, I got my first keyboard, made a few beats, and every year I try to get a bigger and better piece of equipment to make my shit bigger and better, you know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, how would you describe your style? What's different about what you're doing than what's already out there? Why are so many people, you know, blowing your phone up rather than the other producers?
First off, it's like when people work with me, they know pretty much I'm gonna take the front seat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do not that I don't want them to do the work, but I'm gonna put a whole motherfucking movie together on your song. You know what I'm saying? From front to back, from the intro to the outro, the hooks, how we gonna write the verses, the format, how long it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And people like to work with me because I really put a lot of time and effort into my shit. What make my shit different is, you know, I mean I'm not knocking the new shit, but I mean I just bring that soul to it. You know what I'm saying? I bring soul, flavor, old school shit, but with a new style. You know what I'm saying? Like a new age style to it. And it ain't too many people that's capable of doing that. So I mean that's why I feel like I thrive at.
All right, what kind of advice can you give to some cats who may be just getting started, who wanna, you know, up their game, you know, get to where you at?
It takes money, man. Like niggas be trying to cut corners and rappers. Everybody want to rap and shine and shit like that, and niggas want to just get on the CD and all this shit, but they don't want to spend no money. You feel what I'm saying? Like a nigga want to have on jewelry and talk about how much ice they got and to be wearing some fake ass shit instead of spending that little money you spent to buy a fake piece of jewelry. Put that money into your CDs, or instead of writing mark on your shit, or you know what I'm saying? Print up a CD, man. Buy some real studio time instead of recording in the closet. You know what I'm saying? If you work a 9 to 5, man, take some of that check, you know what I'm saying, and invest in quality. Because it ain't about how many songs you do, it's what the songs you got sound like. You know what I'm saying? I think people take that for granted. You know, just you know, everybody want the fame and you know, want to look good for the hoes and get groupies and all that shit, but they don't really put no time and effort into their music. You know what I'm saying? And you'll take somebody like me, and I got a long resume. I can prove to you all the people I done work with. But if I say $1,000 for a track, they gonna be like, man, 1,000, man, nigga tripping. Well, you don't want no hot ass track. You don't want no quality, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You go around the corner, you want a $250 track or a $200 track, and nigga don't know how to mix that bitch. Your shit gonna sound like ass. You know what I'm saying? You get what you pay for. So I mean, for people who really trying to get into this shit, man, put your money into yourself. Because you don't feel like you worth investing into yourself, how you gonna want somebody else to sign you? You know what I'm saying? Because when somebody sign you, they gotta put their money into you. That's their hard-earned money. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do for myself. So, you know, what I got going on with Tria, yeah, I'm a producer over there, but as an artist, that's all me. You know what I'm saying? And I do for myself. I feel like I'm worth that investment. So I might take, you know what I'm saying, $2,000 and $3,000 and put that back into me, and that's, you know, I feel I'm worth it. So when I put them $2,000 and $3,000 back, I'm finna make $6,000. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the dope game. You double your shit up. So I mean, you gotta take it serious, bro.
Okay, tell us what you're working on.
Right now, Webby got a new project coming. Fox working on his new project. I'm working on that. Shell and Mouse, they got an album coming out together. I just did a hook for that shit and a couple of beats for them. Lil Fat working on a new mixtape. I'm doing beats for that. Lil Cali from Ponchatoula, he got a new project coming. He signed to Asylum, working on his shit. I got a new project, Dust Grind and Glory. I'm working on that myself. I'm almost done with it. I had a little technical difficulties with my hard drive, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm getting blessed to come with bigger and better ideas anyway. You know what I'm saying? So look for that in another month. I'm going to say at the end of probably May. I'm going to have that ready. And just countless amounts of other stuff. We got Dirty. He a new artist with Jay Tweezer down there at the radio station. They making a lot of moves. He just signed a jive. I'm pretty much going to be working on a lot of stuff on his album. I think that's going to be special. We already did some stuff with Marcus Houston and Omarion, and we got BG on one. Man, I'm doing whatever and however and wherever you need it. I'm coming. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like you got a lot of street credit, man. Give us your definition of street credit. What does it mean to have street credit? Street credit,
man, is I mean, people's mouth could say a million words and they could try to convince you, you know what I'm saying, how street they is or what they really is. But I mean, your actions are always gonna speak louder at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? When your reputation precedes you, that means you ain't had to tell nobody. Somebody else spoke of you. And that's what street credit is. When your reputation precedes you, you know what I'm saying, people gonna know that you was for real. You know what I'm saying? So that's what street credit is to me.
All right, shout outs.
I'm gonna shout out my Mama Savage, my Granny Savage, you know, my little brother, Uptown Baton Rouge, Southside, Trill Entertainment, Big Pyrex, Big J. He making a lot of moves, you know what I'm saying? He got the mixtape scene popping down here. It's a good friend of mine, and I remember when it wasn't really no mixtape shit going on. And you know, me and him used to talk every day about getting it going. Now he got the biggest mixtape scene in Baton Rouge. So I want to shout out Big J for, you know, bringing that shit from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now he the man, you know what I'm saying? He got an A&R position, a job at the radio station. The nigga in the paint, man. So shout out to Big J and the whole Baton Rouge, bro. I love my city.
All right. Do a street credit shout out. Something Savage, watch Street Credit TV, something simple like that.
Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
This is Savage, aka Super Sav HD High Definition, and this is Street.